It's that time of the year again. It is Premier League predictions. The Premier League literally starts on Friday. As I'm recording this, it's Thursday night. So I'm very late, very late. I'm leaving it to the last second. But I want to try and get it as accurate as I possibly can. I've already made the tier list. But obviously I'll be running through everything. I'm going to try to skip over most of the mid-table because it's kind of fucking useless. But yeah, let's get started on relegation. Now, a lot of people are predicting the 3 teams who come up to go down because it's happened the last 2 years. And to be honest, it won't be surprising if it happens again. But in dead last, we're going with Burnley. They are absolutely... They're not going to do anything, right? Scott Parker. I think that's his name, isn't it? I'm pretty sure that's his name. If it's wrong, then I'm going to look like a twat. But he is not a good enough Premier League manager. He's not a Premier League manager. He's a Championship manager. They're going to get nowhere with him. They've signed Kyle Walker, and I'm pretty sure they signed Odobert from Spurs. They signed someone from Spurs. But it's not going to be enough to keep them up. Burnley always finish dead last whenever they come up. They come up the year before with Vincent Kompany. Somehow got the buying job from it. God knows how. Yeah, Burnley in 20th. No chance for me. They're absolutely woeful. In 19th, I'm going to put Leeds. Now, like I said, I'm not putting all 3 teams to go down. By the way, I do apologise if the webcam quality is shit. I'm on a new webcam because mine's not working. Yeah, again, Leeds, they're probably going to be the one who are most likely to stay up out of the 3. But for me, I don't see it, especially with the manager, Daniel Farke. I think that's his name. He's been up with Norwich about 20 times, and he goes down every time. Probably close to being the 20th as well with Burnley. I don't have Leeds or Burnley having no chance. I don't think Leeds have really signed anyone. No one that I really know. No big names for sure because I haven't seen anything on Sky Sports or anything. So yeah, Leeds in 19th. Not going to be the best season. In 18th, a Premier League team's going down and it's going to be Brentford. It's got to be Brentford, surely. They've lost Mbeumo. And yes, they've lost Ivan Toney in the past and they've been fine. But they could be losing Wissa as well. And the most important one, they've lost the manager, Thomas Frank. And they've employed a set-piece coach as a manager. What is that about? That's like hiring a dinner lady as the fucking head teacher the year after. It's not going to work, is it? So, Brentford in 18th. Manager's not good enough. He'll be sacked by Christmas. And the squad probably won't be good enough either. Thomas Frank driven to what they got over the years, in my opinion. He absolutely overachieved. And I think he's going to do well with Tottenham. But yeah, Brentford going down. And that does mean that for me, Sunderland are going to stay up. The one to stay up is Sunderland. The reason for this is because of how much players they've signed. They've signed Granit Xhaka, and I know one player isn't enough, but they've signed other people. They've signed Granit Xhaka. I'm pretty sure no, not Swansea, that's for Burnley. They've signed Adingra. They've signed a lot of players, right? Premier League proven players. Masuaku at left back, quality. So yeah, I think Sunderland are going to get the job done as well because I think the home record's going to be good because of the atmosphere that they have. Sunderland have got good fans. So I think that is what is just going to slight edge them. By the way, if I get cold greasy in the comments because of my hair, don't start. I've just been back from footy, so leave me alone. In 16th, yeah? Yep, 16th. I've got Wolves. Wolves were another one who could have gone down as well because they've just lost Cunha. They've lost Aït-Nouri. But again, Wolves have lost players over the years and they've been absolutely fine. They've lost Pedro Neto. They've lost Raul Jimenez. He got injured for ages. And they've been totally fine. So I think Wolves, they'll just have enough to stay up. But again, they could have been down there at Brentford, to be honest. The manager, I've not really got much knowledge on. He did all right to the back end of last season. And that was actually when Cunha got a red card. So yeah, I think they'll be just about all right. So yeah, Wolves to stay up. Next, 15th, this is, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 15th, because that's 16th. West Ham United. Graham Potter, he's not quality enough for West Ham. I cannot believe the absolute downfall of West Ham sacking David Moyes for fuck all, for no reason, basically, because they thought someone else could do a better job. Not going to happen. They've lost Kudus as well. Again, he wasn't really a main part of West Ham. He's a good player, but he wasn't really shining at West Ham. They've still got Lucas Paquetá, so they've got some quality in there, especially with Jared Bowen. So it is going to be enough to keep him around 15th, but it's not good enough for West Ham. They should be doing better. And yeah, Graham Potter, not good enough. He'll probably be sacked just after Christmas, is what I'm predicting. Now, next one, which is a bit rogue, it's a bit weird, right? Not quite normal, and I'm not sure about it myself, to be honest. But I'm putting in 14th, Bournemouth. They have lost their entire back line. Kepa Arrizabalaga, Zabani to PSG, Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid, and Kirkez to Liverpool. Up the Kirkez. Yeah, their entire defence gone, and they haven't brought in reinforcements from what I've seen. I haven't seen Bournemouth sign anyone this season. They've still got a decent attack. They've got Justin Kluivert. They've got Semenyo. So it'll just be enough. And I think Iraola is a fantastic manager, so they should be all right. They could finish a lot higher, to be honest, because they always find a way to do it, Bournemouth. They always find a way to get into that, 12th to 10th position. They was actually pushing for Europe last season, so you never know. I'd want them to build on it, to be honest. I do like Bournemouth as a team. I think they're good. But again, as well, the Vitality Stadium is fucking... Grimsby Town have a bigger stadium than them. It's absolutely woeful. They need to get that upgraded because it doesn't help the atmosphere, does it? 13th, the last lower mid-table team. I'm going to go with Fulham. I don't know what it is. Again, I haven't seen him sign anyone. I just don't have a good feeling about Fulham. They did well last season as well. And I think Marco Silva's a good manager. But... yeah, it's Fulham. What are they going to do? Fuck all. So, yeah, moving past that. Again, this is another rogue one. I'm going to put Nottingham Forest in 12th. Not really rogue, to be fair. They did finish 7th. He's only 5 positions lower. But I think they absolutely overachieved last season. The team isn't actually that good. I think Nuno's done a brilliant job with them. But the way they played worked perfectly for last season. Counter-attacking teams, no possession. But this year, I feel like a lot of teams have strengthened, especially in that top 10 margin. So I just can't see him being any higher than 12th, to be honest with you. Yeah, I just can't see it. And again, it's such a weird situation with Forest. That Morgan Gibbs-White situation with that Mariakis, it's weird. It is weird. It's some dodgy shit going on there. So... yeah, it's just got a weird feeling around it at the minute, Forest, so I can't see him going any higher than 12th, to be honest. But 11th, Brighton. I'm going to put Brighton. Again, I haven't really seen too many people they've signed. I think they signed Boss Cagley from PSV, a centre-back. That's the only one I've really seen. Of course, they lost to Dingra, but he wasn't really a massive part of their team anyway. So yeah, 11th. Brighton always find a way to get in the mid-table. They're always there. They'll never... I don't think they'll finish below 12th, personally. They're an established Premier League team. I think they'll be fine. But, yeah, not really much to say on them. They haven't done much. They haven't lost that many players. So, yeah. 11th for Brighton. It's not too bad. They can be happy with it. Now, the big one. I'm going to put Everton in 10th. And as a Liverpool fan, I don't like saying it. But David Moyes is a good manager. And I think he's going to take them to the top. He's going to go on a Europe push. I think they'll be 5th at some point. In about December, I think they'll be in 5th spot. And then I think they'll decline slowly and finish around 10th. But they should be happy with that, Everton. You know, brand new stadium. Looks nice, by the way. I don't see why people are dissing it. I think it's actually a nice looking stadium. Yeah, I can just see Everton doing well, especially with Jack Grealish. What a signing, by the way. £100 million player at Everton. On loan. Unbelievable. I think that's going to do them wonders. 9th. I've got Crystal Palace. Now, I don't know about this, right? I'm wary, but I feel like Oliver Glasner is a good manager. He'll keep him up there, but they're going to lose players. They're going to probably lose Mark Guehi to Liverpool. What a signing that'll be for us. And they're going to lose Eze. It was to Arsenal, but I'm pretty sure Spurs are the front runners again now. Because obviously James Maddison's been injured, so they do need a number 10. So, yeah, Crystal Palace 9th, they could easily drop lower, though, to be honest, because they've lost players. But I think they've got a decent squad. And it just feels right. They just feel okay. They're okay, and that is why they are 9th. 8th, Man United, a much better season than last season, but still not that good. I think Ruben Amorim, again, is actually a good manager. But I don't think it's going to be enough. I think they need a midfielder. If they get Belieber, they could be higher. But they've got a decent front three now. Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha. That is a good front three. No matter what people say, you can say they're going to flop. They tend to do at Man United. But I think they're going to be fine. It's a decent front three. They probably need another centre-back, another midfielder. They've got Amad Diallo as well, Bruno. But they do need like a holding midfielder, like Belieber. It would probably be perfect for Man United. But yeah, they should be happy with 8th. They've just finished near the fucking relegation zone. The happiest season of my life, by the way. Liverpool finishing top and Man United near the relegation zone. If they got relegated, oh my God, I would have spunk. Anyway, 7th, again, like I said earlier, I think they're going to do well. Spurs. Now, if you watched the Super Cup final, they went toe to toe with PSG. They looked good, and I know PSG only trained for about 6 days because obviously they was at the Club World Cup, so they had a bit of they didn't really have a pre-season. That was their pre-season. Then they went on holiday. So Spurs in 7th. They've signed Kudus. They could be getting Eze. I think they'll be fine, and I think Thomas Frank's a good manager. I think he's going to do well with them. I've also signed Pellegrini from Fulham. Now, he didn't do well at Bayern Munich, but he was very good for Fulham. So if he performs in the Premier League like he did, they'll be absolutely fine. Newcastle, for me, are in 6th. Could be dodgy. They're going to lose Isak. If you think they're going to keep on Isak, you're wrong. You're just wrong. Isak's gone on strike. He's saying he's not playing. Right? They're not going to keep him at the club whilst he's not playing. What is the point in doing that? There is absolutely no point. Then get 120, 130 million now for a player who's not going to play anyway. He's refusing to play. That's literally what he's doing. So he's going to become a Liverpool player, 100%. So they're losing him, and that is why they're not going to get Champions League. And again, they've got Champions League, and you see how they did with that last time. They couldn't handle the so many games in a row, and I think it'll be similar. But they have signed Elanga, very good signing. They haven't got a striker, and they're talking about Nicholas Jackson. Like, fuck me. Nicholas Jackson for Isak. Jesus Christ. Yeah, and everyone keeps turning them down. It's not looking good for Newcastle at the minute. They could easily drop lower, to be honest. I can actually see Man United and Spurs going above them, to be honest. Can I change it? No, we'll keep him there. We'll keep him there because they've got an okay squad. So the 5 left, Villa, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool and City. And of all the teams to finish 5th, it's going to be Villa. I can't see them breaking it past these 4 teams. I feel like that level of quality is just a step higher for Villa. They've got a decent team. I don't think they've actually signed anyone, but again, Unai Emery, very good manager, will keep him there. And they will be in the Champions League because I guarantee he'll win the Europa League. He's the mastermind of that competition. So Villa in 5th, they'll take it. They missed out last year, even though Newcastle lost the last game of the season. And so did Villa to fucking Man United. So, yeah, I think they'll get Champions League, free Europa League. Oh, no, never mind, the 5th. What am I on about? Ignore me. I'm chatting shit. Now, in 4th, I'm going to put City. I just feel that they've made good signings. Rangers, Ait-Nouri, Ryan Cherky. He's going to ruin Ryan Cherky, by the way, Pep Guardiola. He's going to absolutely ruin him. But they've lost Kevin De Bruyne. Now, he is an absolutely massive, influential player in that team. And him just going, just like that, it's going to have an effect. It will have an effect. And you've got to hope as well. If Rodri performs like he did, they could easily win the league. But I don't think he is. It's a big injury. He's not going to be off the mark straight away. Back into the season, he could be back to full form, and they'll be very good. But, yeah, I just can't see City going any higher, to be honest. I think they've had their time. I think it's coming to an end. Does Pep Guardiola even want to be there? He signed a 1-year extension. I'm pretty sure this is his last season. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's either this season or the next season is his last season. I think he's losing steam, and I think so is City. So I can't see that. I really can't see him winning the league this year. I really can't. I think the De Bruyne thing is going to be a massive, crucial part to it. Now, this is going to be weird, and I'm going to get hate. Not really, because who the fuck's watching this? Arsenal in 3rd. Arsenal are in 3rd. Now, this does not mean they're going to be 3rd, 15 points behind the champions. No. They're going to be about 5 points, maybe 3 or 5 points behind top place. I think it's going to be a 3-horse race between Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool. And I think Arsenal are going to be the ones to finish 3rd. They've got a striker. Fair play, Gyökeres. He's a good player. But I really don't. I don't back Arteta. I really don't. I don't think he's good enough. Of course he's good enough. But I don't think he's good enough to get him to the Premier League title. And if that's the case, what do? Do they sack him? It's a bit hard to sack a manager who's been getting you second consistently and pushing. For like last year, they got very close to winning the Champions League. I was actually worried that was going to do it. But yeah, Arsenal 3rd. This doesn't mean they're going to have a drop-off. They're just going to be a bit behind it. I just can't see them winning the league. I really can't. And in 1st, I'll do 1st and then I'll do 2nd because 2nd is a bit anticlimactic because you already know who's going top. In 1st, I'm going to go with Liverpool. Liverpool. Right. I was going to say Arsenal. At first, I've changed my decision. I was going to go Arsenal, then Liverpool, then Chelsea. But I've gone with Liverpool to win the league. And the reason I wasn't was because we didn't have any centre-back depth. But we've just signed Leone, an 18-year-old. He's 18. Good future. He's going to get a few minutes. So that's depth, because we've lost Joao Quanta. We don't have Joe Gomez. We really don't. Because he gets injured. Every season, he gets a fucking 3-month injury. So I can't see Joe Gomez being classed as a backup. Yes, we're probably going to play Robbo as a centre-back, unless we lose Simicast, because he did that in pre-season. But I think we are going to get Mark Guehi, and I think we are going to get Isak. You cannot say we're not going to win the league with Isak, Ekitike. What a player, by the way. I was at the Community Shield at Wembley. Sad to see us lose, but who gives a shit? It's Community Shield. He looks fucking unreal. When you see someone in real life, you know if they're a baller. You watch them on the telly, you think, oh, they're good. But when you see them in real life, you know their quality. The way, because obviously he scored in front of the Palace fans, and I was right in the left-hand side corner. So you see the ball just curl into the corner. It was so nice. It's such a good finish. He is miles above Darwin Núñez. You can see that already. I've watched both of them live, and Núñez isn't anywhere near the quality that Ekitike is. Sadly, Núñez gone. Did like him because he was a hard worker, but not good enough. But yeah, Ekitike, Isak, Gakpo, Wirtz, Salah. You cannot say we're not going to win the league with that front five. And we've got Chiesa as a backup as well. So yeah, and the problem for me was a centre-back cover and maybe a striker cover, but I do think we're going to get centre-backs in. We've already got one. I think we will get Guehi, and I think we will get Isak. So that is why I think we're going to win the league. But Chelsea, they're going to be about a point off. I genuinely think it's going to go to the last day. Chelsea look good. They've won the Club World Cup. And you can say it don't matter the Club World Cup, but they beat PSG. And both teams are trying as hard as they can because there's a lot of prize money on the line there. So Chelsea, they look like the next big thing. I do think in the next 2 seasons, they'll win the league, 100%. I think next season, they can definitely win the league, 100%. Don't sleep on Chelsea. They do look pretty unreal, and I think they finished second. It's a 3-horse race, but I think Chelsea will get the closest, and I think we will just edge it on about 89, 88, 90 points. So yeah, there you have it. My Premier League predictions for the 25-26 season. We will come back at the end of the season, if I remember, and review what I said. I know ball. I'll say it now. 8 of these will be right. And if they're not, I don't know. I'll do a forfeit. Whatever the top comment is, if anyone wants to comment, whatever the top comment is, I'll do that as a forfeit. If I don't get more than 8, no, we'll go more than 7. If I get less than 7 right, I'll do the top forfeit in the comment. If anyone's bothering to comment. So yeah, thank you all for watching. See you boys in the next one, and the Premier League starts today, as the upload today. So yeah, come on Liverpool, get a good start to the season. See you boys in a bit. Have a good one.